What is up, everybody? Jesse Walker here. Just want to drop this quick video. Do me a favor, if you do like this video, please make sure you click the like button below, and also please subscribe to the channel and click that little notification bell. Tons of content coming out. Don't want you guys to miss a thing. This one's going to be really quick. I want to talk about tracking what you eat. Okay, do you guys know what you're putting in your mouth on a regular basis? And this is really important. I went to a conference this past weekend, and I met a gentleman that is far more anal than me as far as making sure he's putting the right things into his body. Actually, I did an interview with him, and you guys are going to see that one a little bit later, but he is intense. But the fact of the matter is, he realizes that our body, and this is, I know, cliche, but our body is our temple. It's the only one we have. So we want to make sure we're taking care of it as much as we possibly can. I'm not suggesting going to a complete extreme as this gentleman did, but we still need to be aware on a daily basis what we are putting into our bodies. And quite frankly, until we've built a habit of putting good things into our bodies, it's going to be really difficult to make sure that on a daily basis we are doing that. Because otherwise our older habits are going to rule. For instance, what happens when you're tired and you get home from a long day at work and you're hungry and there isn't any dinner ready for you? So you're walking through the kitchen, you see some bread on the counter, you see maybe some bananas here, maybe there's some pizza from the weekend. You don't really feel like cooking, so what are you going to do? You'll probably grab the pizza. Oh, there's only one slice left. Well, that's not going to fill you up. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I can take some of this bread, maybe I can make a couple of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Maybe that'll fill me up. Okay, perfect. Maybe you just ate 1,000 calories. Maybe you just ate 1,200 calories. Who knows? But once you add that up with what you ate during the course of the day, maybe now you're at 2,500 to 3,000 calories for that day. Really not a big deal if you are exercising all the time, but most people are not burning 3,000 calories in a day. So if you let your habits take over, a lot of times that's what happens. You just don't really know how much you're taking in during the course of the day. So the best way to build a habit so that you have an idea of how much you're eating every single day is really to start tracking it. That is the only way you can do it. I'm not saying you have to track every single meal you have for the rest of your life. I'm saying that once you get used to eating a certain way consistently, and you'll know what that food looks like on a daily basis, and you won't really have to track it anymore because you'll know. You'll just know. You'll know, well, you know what, that's going to completely throw me off my game if I do that. But I do habitually eat these sort of things throughout the course of the day. I know that by the end of the day I'm going to end up with this amount of calories, so it's all going to work for me. The app that I use is called MyFitnessPal. It is awesome. It is super simple. It's got a scanner on it. If you haven't checked it out, just go to your Google store, or you go to your App Store for iPhone, and it makes life super simple. You can put in all of your stats. You can put in your height, your weight, what your activity level is. It's going to calculate up your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, to determine how many calories you're going to burn on a daily average. It's going to make an estimate based upon the information you gave it about yourself. Then what you'll do is it'll allow you to track everything you've eaten during the course of the day. And it really isn't that complicated. It's right here on your phone, you pop it up, and if you're eating a lot of the same things, which I suggest you do, what makes life difficult is if every single day you just have to have completely different stuff. Well, how are you going to have any idea how much you're consuming if you do that? But the cool thing is, once you've used the food in there, it stays. So you can always just sort of pop it back up. If you're using things from the supermarket that have barcodes, you can just scan them. And also it gives you the ability, if you're making your own dishes, you can make something called recipes in there where you say, okay, well, I'm going to use 4 ounces of chicken, I'm using a tablespoon of olive oil, I'm using 8 ounces of potato, whatever it is. You put that on a little recipe and you save it. If this is a dish that you like to eat all the time, you just hit the button and boom, it's already there. But bottom line is, you will have some idea of what you're eating on a daily basis. And awareness, I'm telling you, awareness is the single most important factor when it comes to diet. You just need to be aware of what's going in your mouth. And an app like MyFitnessPal makes a big difference when you're doing that fight. So what I suggest, go check out MyFitnessPal, download it. Don't change anything about the way you eat over this next week. Just log it. When you go out for lunch, do your best to eyeball it. The cool thing is it does have a huge database. A lot of people have gone out to different restaurants, and those restaurants have shared that information as far as what the caloric content is of those dishes. So what you can do is you can just pull from that database and put something in. You'll be shocked if you start adding Cheesecake Factory recipes into there. You'll be like, what? I just ate 2,000 calories in this one dish? You gotta be shitting me. But I'm telling you, these are the sort of things that will wake you up. So now what happens is, at the end of the day, you look down at your little app and you're like, I ate 4,000 calories? I don't feel like I ate 4,000 calories. Why am I still hungry? So bottom line, it's all about awareness. But I challenge you, go download this app, start tracking what you're eating, just to get an idea to see where you stand. It will make a big difference. Not only are you tracking the calories, you're tracking the macros, meaning you're tracking your fat intake, your protein, and your carbohydrates. Obviously, you're going to track the macro balance that is right for you. If you're ketogenic, it's going to be different than if you're doing paleo, or if you like to do a carb-heavy one, or if you prefer to do a protein-heavy one, or if you prefer to do a fat-heavy one. The balance is completely up to you, but the cool thing about the app is it really makes it easy to track that. What the app doesn't do is it doesn't track the quality of the food that you're putting into yourself, but you will be able to see on your phone every single thing you ate that day. So if you start to see a pattern, because it'll show you where did you get the most calories from, and it'll show a trend. And if you notice that you're getting the most calories every single week from pizza, that could be an issue. You really shouldn't be getting the majority of your calories from pizza, because since pizza is mostly bread and cheese, a lot of that's going to be fairly empty calories. It's not going to be very nutrient dense, is what I'm saying. Again, it's just another way to make you more aware. But like I said, guys, when you get a chance, forget when you get a chance. Right now, if you haven't already done it, download MyFitnessPal and make a point of documenting what you're eating, at least for the next week. It'll be a good wake-up call for you guys. All right, that's all I got for today. Thanks a lot.